Breaking news. Tyler Robinson, the man accused of assassinating conservative activist Charlie Kirk, has reportedly confessed to a fellow inmate immediately after skipping his Monday court hearing. The revelation has sent shockwaves through prosecutors, legal experts, and the public alike, adding an explosive new layer to a case that has already captivated the nation. His absence from the court hearing only intensified speculation. Questions swirled around his motives, the planning behind the attack, and the circumstances that led to this alleged confession behind bars. How could a young man facing some of the most serious charges in the state allegedly admit involvement in such a calculated act while in custody? The timing, the setting, and the nature of the statement have left investigators scrambling to determine its credibility and implications. Every new detail seems to make the case even more intricate and shocking. Authorities are racing to cross-reference every statement, every timeline, and every piece of evidence, from DNA findings to digital communications. Each discovery adds to a tense and ever-evolving story, one that seems to unfold faster than anyone can keep up with. The alleged confession, in particular, raises unsettling questions about what truly happened and whether there are elements of the case the public has not yet seen. Where are you watching from right now? Drop your location in the comments. We want to see how far this story is reaching. While you follow every new development, make sure to like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe so you won't miss a single update. Every detail could shift the understanding of this case, and the next revelation could arrive at any moment. The story is far from over, and the suspense is only just beginning. Tyler James Robinson, 22, from Washington County, Utah, had largely lived a quiet life before the events of September 10, 2025. Friends and family described him as reserved, with no known public affiliations to Turning Point USA or Utah Valley University, where Charlie Kirk was speaking. On that day, Robinson allegedly carried out a sniper-style shooting that would shock the nation. Kirk was addressing a crowd at UVU when he was struck by gunfire from a concealed location. Investigators have stated that Robinson had used a .30-06 Mauser M98 rifle, and forensic evidence, including DNA found on items linked to the weapon, helped law enforcement quickly identify him as a suspect. Digital communications have painted a chilling picture. Robinson reportedly expressed deep animosity toward Kirk, with messages suggesting he had planned the attack and harbored a personal and ideological motive. Authorities have noted that a tip from a family member helped accelerate his arrest. In the days following the shooting, Robinson appeared in court remotely, without video, while his defense team requested more time to review extensive evidence. Prosecutors have filed charges including aggravated murder and have indicated their intent to seek the death penalty. The preliminary hearing is scheduled for October 30, 2025, to determine whether the case will proceed to trial. Amid these developments, a new layer of intrigue has emerged. Sources allege that Robinson may have confessed to a fellow inmate shortly after missing his Monday court appearance. While details remain under investigation, this brief mention adds suspense to the unfolding legal drama, hinting at revelations that could further impact the case. The nation watches closely as authorities review every detail, from forensic findings to digital messages, all while the courtroom drama continues to develop. Each new piece of information raises more questions, building anticipation for the next phase of this high-profile case. While the alleged inmate confession adds a new layer of intrigue, the digital trail left by Tyler Robinson paints an even more unsettling picture. Investigators have scrutinized text messages, online posts, and private communications that suggest deep-seated animosity toward Charlie Kirk. Some of these messages reportedly contained disturbing language hinting at premeditation. Authorities have cited statements such as, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I would do that," and "some hatred cannot be negotiated with." Such words, though chilling on their own, gain new weight when examined alongside physical evidence from the crime scene. Digital evidence also shows that Robinson had been researching the event locations, the layout of Utah Valley University, and potential escape routes. Metadata from his communications is being analyzed to verify whether the timeline matches the alleged events of the shooting. This meticulous online footprint forms a critical part of the prosecution's case, highlighting the planning and intent behind the crime. Legal analysts note that while digital messages are powerful, they must be carefully corroborated. Deleted communications, encrypted messaging apps, and context can complicate interpretation. Yet, when combined with the alleged inmate confession and physical evidence, these digital traces create a multi-layered narrative pointing toward both motive and opportunity. Authorities have also relied on forensic and DNA evidence to strengthen their case. DNA samples recovered from items connected to the shooting, including a towel wrapped around the rifle and a screwdriver, reportedly match Robinson. Ballistics analysis further confirms the rifle used in the shooting and the likely trajectory of the shots. The combination of DNA, ballistics, and digital footprints create a cohesive narrative that prosecutors can present in court. The alleged inmate confession, viewed alongside these findings, raises dramatic implications. If verified, it could strengthen claims regarding intent and involvement, weaving together a tense, multidimensional story of premeditation, action, and aftermath. Robinson's court appearances have been sparse and strategically timed. He appeared remotely without video in early hearings, with his defense team requesting additional time to review the evidence. The skipped Monday hearing intensified speculation, coinciding with the alleged inmate confession, raising questions about timing and strategy. The preliminary hearing will determine whether there is sufficient evidence to proceed to trial. Prosecutors are preparing to seek the death penalty, while defense attorneys are expected to challenge the admissibility of evidence, including the alleged inmate statements and some digital communications, emphasizing context and credibility. Psychologists and criminal behavior experts have weighed in, attempting to interpret Robinson's alleged motives and mental state. Based on digital evidence, statements, and alleged confessions, experts suggest a combination of ideological fixation and personal animosity toward Charlie Kirk. The meticulous planning inferred from messages, online research, and weapon preparation indicates a level of premeditation that prosecutors may emphasize during trial. Behavioral analysts note that the alleged inmate confession could provide insight into Robinson's mindset immediately following the crime and while in custody. As investigators continue their work, the story grows increasingly complex. The alleged inmate confession, forensic evidence, and digital communications all intertwine, creating a tense, multi-layered narrative that keeps the nation captivated. Each new revelation seems to deepen the mystery, raising questions about motive, planning, and the potential consequences Robinson may face. Upcoming hearings, particularly the October 30th preliminary hearing, are expected to bring critical insights. Every motion, objection, and legal maneuver could alter the trajectory of the case and shape public perception. Authorities are carefully reviewing every piece of evidence, preparing for what could be a landmark moment in this high-profile trial. The unfolding events resemble a high-stakes thriller, a shocking crime, meticulous planning, alleged confessions, and courtroom strategy, all colliding in real time. And while the legal process moves deliberately, the public's curiosity and anticipation only grow stronger with each passing day. Where are you watching the story unfold from? Drop your location in the comments below. We want to see just how far this case has reached. And while you're here, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because every new update could shift what we think we know about this case. Don't forget to like and share this video with others who are following the story closely. The suspense is far from over, and the next revelation could break at any moment. The investigation continues, with authorities meticulously reviewing all forensic data, surveillance footage, and digital evidence. Prosecutors are preparing to build a case that could withstand the scrutiny of a high-stakes trial. Defense attorneys, meanwhile, continue to examine each detail for inconsistencies, preparing to challenge evidence and statements, including the alleged inmate confession. The coming weeks will be crucial. Court filings, motions, and preliminary hearings will reveal more about the case, the evidence, and Robinson's state of mind. Analysts predict that each development will shed new light, keeping public attention firmly fixed on the courtroom drama.
The nation remains on edge, following every twist and turn. The combination of alleged confession, forensic proof, digital evidence, and courtroom strategy has created a narrative that is as complex as it is gripping. Every detail has the potential to shift the trajectory of the case, keeping authorities, legal experts, and the public in a state of heightened anticipation.